Well, I just want to show people how to do a quick, cheap way to get the Logitech G29 pedals to work without the G29 steering wheel. I mean, followed the instructions that someone showed about using these, the Adreno boards with a DB9 connector in it, and the person said about using the Adreno program to install what's called a sketch program for the pedals. And he said to use, he even shows, oh, you got to use this G29 sketch, but yet he doesn't offer a link to it or show anywhere. I looked online, there is no G29 Logitech sketch. The only thing I found, he shows an example of using a 5-axis one, but he doesn't give a link to it. But it's at GitHub, and I tried that and it didn't work. And then I did some more research, and someone uploaded one to GitHub of a 3-axis. Then when I went to the configuration in Windows, it showed the pedals working. Of course, I had to change these wires around, the positive and negative, the axis, because they were backwards. And I went into the game. It was a Forza Horizon 4, and when I went to settings to set the pedals, it sets them, but actually in-game play, it didn't work. So I don't know why that is, but it just wouldn't work using this Adreno. So I just kind of said, screw it. So this is my Logitech GT4 feedback wheel, and I went ahead and this is the original DB9 off the Logitech NASCAR racing wheel. And, so I just went ahead and took that wheel apart since they're cheap. They're a dime a dozen now. And I just rewired the DB9 connector inside here and plugged this in to my Logitech Wingman pedals because I bought this without pedals. And then I went ahead and got these. And when I said screw it because of the Adreno board wasn't working, I just went ahead and just hardwired the pedals, just the gas and brake pedal, straight into the GT, and it works fine. I mean, there's the gas you can hear. I mean, I have the game playing right now, but the gas works, the brake works. Now with the clutch, since the GT series doesn't come with a access for a clutch, I went ahead and used my board out of my NASCAR Logitech racing wheel, and I tied the clutch wires right here into the steering. This is the steering. I mean, I could have done this before, but I already had those wired in before I did this. And these are the pedals here on this board. But this is the Logitech NASCAR racing wheel. I mean, I've got mine for $10 on eBay, brand new, never used. So this would be a lot cheaper than going the Adreno board route, which didn't work for my pedals. But I could have just wired the pedals in here where the brake and accelerator pedals went. And just to show, the guy didn't even show his wired in when he showed it working, but here's the wire. And it runs right over here, right back through here, and right there into the clutch. And that's the clutch. So, and I'm going to show this board does work, even though it's hooked into the steering wheel input of the board, it still works there because here, I'll go ahead. Now the Adreno board did work because I'm using it for my gear shifter, but I had to change on the settings for gear number 2 was at 500. I had to change to 600 because gears 3, 4, 5, and 6 were bound together, but now they're not. So, I'll go ahead and shift gears, and you'll hear it grind. And then I'll go ahead and push in the clutch pedal, just so you'll know. There, no more grinding. And then just so you know, I'll go ahead and put it in gear. And then push on the gas. And it works. But this is my start of a gaming chair I've been working on. I just admit the part of doing the pedals and that. And then I got my computer speakers, one wired here, one wired in on the other side in the same spot, and I got the subwoofer mounted back here. And so as upholstery done, I went ahead and bought some polyester material off eBay. Same with the foam. Foam was like 30 something dollars for 2 feet by 6 feet, I think, or 7 feet. But I just wanted to say that this is a lot cheaper than buying a bunch of Adreno boards for the pedals, when you can buy this with all 3 accesses for the, gas, brake, and the clutch for the, plugged into the steering. But on here, just if anybody ever wants to do this, the farthest pin on the right is the ground. The next pin is the positive, and the other 2 pins are the sensors for the signals for the brake and gas. This end pin's nothing, but just so if you ever want to do this, from right to left is ground, positive, and then the next 2 are for the accesses for the brake and gas accelerator. But I just wanted to share this information because for the cost of 2 Adreno boards or try to get the pedals to work that didn't work for me, and I looked at the person's review that uploaded the video, a lot of complaints about how it didn't work, and I looked like through the first 100, and one person kept begging for help, and the person that uploaded the video just totally ignored them, so obviously it was just a bogus one. And very few said they got it working, so I don't know if it was just those people are saying that or what. They may work. I just know my personal experience didn't work, so just this cheap route is just go ahead and buy a, I don't know why my phone quit focusing in, but I'd say just go buy a freaking Logitech NASCAR racing wheel and take this main board out and just use it for your gas, brake, and clutch. I mean, these pins, you can buy these kind of wires and stuff off eBay or whatever. I just had some left over from a TV I took apart that had a cracked screen. But I just wanted to help people out to share this information on this cheaper route than buying a bunch of Adreno boards that I had no luck with. And this is a lot cheaper to do. You just have to cut and splice the wires. Because like on here, I have them color coded, just a positive signal and ground on the ends. And then you can use this side here for your gas and brake pedal, or just wire it straight into your wheel, however you want to do it.